a community spirit is desirable, where they can get together and do things constructively for their lives out here, but particularly for those people who may come after them, even though they may not be here. And so people have, over decades, in fact, worked hard for the community, even though they not necessarily may not have benefited themselves.
I think at a certain moment in time, the school becomes part of your personal history, of your family history.
Every little piece of property we have has got some story associated with it.
We were the first class to graduate from that gymnasium.
My memories is like GG Minute Mart. It's where the cool kids go, and then the park.
Each class would be, I'd say maybe 15 to 20 at the most.
My children were so happy at this school, and the school gave them so much.
The community, not just the students, not just the faculty, but the best interest of the entire community in mind.
So you see,
For 2 years here.
Is that better if I come down a little bit with it?
It's a really great interview and very natural and lots of great stories.
I was born in Yamate-cho, and then later on, after 2 years, I moved to the Bluff. I was just a couple of months less than 6 years old, and it was 1933. And now I realize what marvelous childhood I had.
I have to remember why we came to YS in the first place. My wife and I, we were looking for a school with an open mind.
It has always been a very special place. I never thought of even comparing it with other schools.
My wife was also working here, and four of us would come to school, and then, we'd discuss things in the evening. But those were the happiest days of my life.
Now that I'm looking back at it, I think I finally realized what the phrase taking something for granted really means. After graduating, experiencing a lot of challenges, hardships, and looking back at it, I realized those are really precious memories.
When I was in the gymnasium attending my daughter's graduation, I was sitting there, all these memories flowing, gusting in my mind back about my own graduation.
Yeah, the big break came with the gym. They're willing to sell it to us for a good price. Maybe we should go for it.
The Pauli building wasn't there, and there'd been lots of renovations.
Early Learning Center, an auditorium, that was kind of a fun one. It had to all be paid in cash. Not by wire transfer cash, but in 10,000 yen notes.
back in the days, we had like a wall in between the middle building and the playground. And there was like a basketball hoop, then go up the slope to go back to our middle building where I had grade 1 classrooms and grade 2 classrooms.
The main building, where we are right now, the first floor where we are, where the school office now is, used to be parking area. So it was kind of like half outdoors.
I don't know if you remember how dark it was, like that first floor, and you used to have the library by the entrance, but it was just really narrow entrance.
The children have to go to YCAC or the Naka Sports Center because they don't have enough space for their practices.
If you don't evolve the infrastructure together with the education, in the end you end up with old education. And we don't want that.
Always finding a new land and a new classroom and a building was an issue throughout the history of YS.
We were looking actively for years to try to find the right piece of property, and finally we were basically forced to move.
Historically, our place is here on the bluff, but I've learned that history is important, but history should not stand in the way of the future.
We've had a lot of challenges, but at the same time, I think it's very historic. We moved at this time.
I feel kind of excited to see the new campus. I like the playground. The library from the pictures look good. My mother showed me on her phone.
I think being in one place will allow us to have a more stronger sense of community. So as much as it's always nice to take the walk coming to the auditorium or going to the gym, I think being all in one place is gonna be a new important aspect of a school.
The school is very eco-friendly, and I can see that Kengo Kuma has done a great job.
It's a very open building, and you can feel more than, of course, this campus is also YS, but I think the new campus has been built really as a YS campus, and you can feel it there, and I can feel that open mind when I'm walking through these buildings.
I feel so special that my younger girl is able to go there and, you know, spend her student life.
I'm just looking forward to see how we grow as a new school on one campus.
I think we can develop new programs with all of the new facilities. We can do new sports, swimming certainly.
The learning that's going to go on, the new library is just phenomenal.
Enjoy the experience. It's just something you cannot duplicate.
YS in 1924 and before the war was on a different planet to what the school is now. But the important thing is that it will still be YIS.
The last steps we took were the last memories we made. As we prepare to step into a new chapter, we remember times new and old. As we pass through the gate and across the street, the rain pitter-patters on the sidewalk. Our lockers swing open, welcoming us to school, but what's my code again? Posters crookedly taped on walls and artwork proudly displayed in holes. The high-frequency squeals echo through the main building, celebrations of young minds, future leaders, and great creators. Our beloved buildings, Pali, Inge, Kirin and Main, what will the new ones be called? We'll remember the library looking out on the street. We'll remember the turf playing games with our feet. Lunchtime cafeteria food, setting the mood. Thursday roasts and Friday pizzas. Choose your cookie and hope it's chewy. Laying in the sun, watching the clouds pass by, suddenly basketballs come whizzing by. The chaos fades, a cosy small turf and weary old walls. But memories of music and gym forever remain tall. As the clouds part and the petals flow, we open the window to be met with Fuji. We remember the views of the golden winter sun setting. Slowly we lose sight of that gentle giant. The odd hourly melody will be gone, but will remain in our memories. We will miss Motomachi after school, Starbucks coffees and that crafty crepe guy whose food brings colour to the grey sky. Minato Mirai, sitting on the bay, Don Quixote lighting up the day. Americayama Park with its well-kept grass. Pretty blue skies as we hike on past. The afternoon strolls past the resting souls as the campus draws to a close. The curtains fall on this generation. Now we start our migration. The weathered doors close and the freshly painted ones open. The men in blue watch over Yamate one last time. Like migrating birds, friends come, and now we flock to the new campus, leaving our old nests behind. Some people go, and some people come. But once a dragon, always a dragon.
running up the gangplank of ships, Canadian Pacific, the Empress liners, beautiful white hulls and 3 yellow stacks. And I'd go up on the deck and wander around till I was caught.
Look at obituary columns to see if any of the neighbors next door had passed away. See if we could get another couple of square meters.
To have somebody who would go to the meat shop and get 30 or 50 croquettes, and they would come back and then would actually sell it double the price to the students. And actually everybody bought it, you know? Yeah, so he was doing business in school.
Do you remember the teacher's name?
No. That is your fondest memory. Jeez, that's crazy.
There was a phone box.
Called Jackson's office.
It was called Mr. Jackson's office.
Goodbye to this campus.
Come to find out, the previous tenant was actually a Chinese snakehead gang. So there was a great deal of hesitancy on some parts of the board.
Any more questions on beer?
It's finished? Oh, I thought it was.